Hey, Sauce, AFV here. What the hell is a computer? Well, to answer that, we're going to need this little thing called a tape measure, or if you're weird, a measuring tape. So, right here, here's a PC. Right, this is a 2009 PC. We're going to be removing the motherboard today. So, first of all, you need to take the tape measure, right? You need to measure the dimensions of the thing. As you can see right here, this is, about 15.5 inches or so. Then if you take this one right here, 15.5 to about 15, that equals about 30.5 inches squared. Well, actually, we have been doing the math wrong. You see, the dimensions of this is the life, the universe, and everything. It's 42. So, right now, okay, shut up, kid, no one likes you. Okay, so, as you can see right here, I've already taken out a few of the screws for the motherboard. So, to take out the screws now, we just need to, that's my elbow right here. And there is another screw gone. Another one bites the dust, because this thing is a dusty piece of poop. And the other one, that makes no sense. And then the other screws, you just unscrew them. I don't know why I'm saying this like a tutorial. Damn, Ram! Okay. Cut. Okay. So, we finally got the motherboard out. Now, this is pretty old, so I really don't care if we break it. And don't ask why I was using a knife to pull out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 screws. We are broke and cannot afford a knife. So, now, and also if you happen to be, if you happen to have this exact same PC, which I doubt a lot of you guys do, it's from 2009, feel free to build along, or disassemble along. So, next we're going to be taking off the CPU cooler and actually inspecting the AMD Venom X4, otherwise known as a bag of dog crap. This is from 2009. So yeah, you're going to want a Phillips screwdriver. I believe this is a Phillips.
I think it'd be a
Yes, it
Phillips.
is. But stop talking. Okay. So, I don't know what size it is though. So, let's try this one right here. Come on, come closer. So, okay. Okay. Seems we have come into a bit of a predicament. This is a sturdy boy. Sturdy boy. Well then. Okay, as you can see, we have a Phillips screwdriver, and we have changed scenery. Right now we have a good selection of tools here. And this is a Phillips. If you would come closer, just take a look at what we're doing here. So, this Phillips is a lot larger than the other Phillips. And this one should fit in right with it. See? There we go. Now, I'm expecting there's going to be some thermal paste here. I am an amateur to PCs. So this is just going to be, I hope, fairly fast and simple. These are in tight. Okay. There we go. Oh! Awesome. Okay.
Did you just break the motherboard?
I didn't break the motherboard. Wait, Nope, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. So, we're going to do it like this. And remember, if anyone has this PC, definitely make sure to follow along. Or if you have this motherboard, definitely make sure to follow along. I don't know who in the hell would have it in this day and age, but...
Probably someone who doesn't, live in the real world of...
Yeah, someone who lives back in 2010, which I wish I lived.
Well, I wasn't born in 2010, so...
Whatever. It was probably better. Okay.
Probably.
So as you see, lots of thermal paste there, and it looks like there's a screw. Okay. Spider! I just saw a demon with 8 legs. If it was a male, probably had 9.
Where?
You don't want to know. Okay, so people, let's just ignore that. So now that we have the CPU, we're gonna want to lift it up, and we don't want any broken pins either. So we're gonna lift that up. How is it hard? This is a very old CPU, so I don't know if this is different. Usually you just do the socket like that. Just plug the CPU.
It looks like you might have to do a little bit more than that.
But elbow grease, hold on. No, that doesn't work. Kids, elbow grease does not work. Does not work. So. Okay. Cameraman, we're gonna have to cut. Alright, so obviously, I know how to remove a CPU. Alright, I've watched a lot of videos, you know, so what you want to do, like, you obviously do this, right? And I thought that the pin only goes right here. Nope. And so we spent about 20 minutes trying to remove the CPU. And also, when you remove the CPU, and when you're putting in a new CPU, you want to just have it slide in, because it'll just slide in right there. And then when you take it out, you want to grab it by the edges, because if one of these, Jesus, like probably thousands of pins break, your CPU could crash. Like, it could be done. So we're just going to put this off to the side.
Because they're very
and yes, there is still thermal paste on here. If I end up replacing the CPU, I will clean this up with an alcohol-based solvent. So next is the RAM. Now the RAM, this is just probably the most simple of all of them. You just click back those little lever things, and bam, you have your RAM. That rhymes. I'm the new M&M. But each of these is only 1 gigabyte of RAM. Again, this is from 2009, so this is a very old-ass computer. So I'm just going to take all these out. Then, okay.
cool.
And, you know, if we want to replace these, we could, but it's not necessarily a top priority.
It'd be cool if
I might actually do another video in another episode of Bootleg AFV that actually shows putting this back together with new and improved stuff. Now, I don't actually know if this will run even Ryzen 3, so comment that down below if this will actually run Ryzen 3. Unless YouTube says that I'm like 9 years old or whatever because of my face. I don't know. But and yeah, this is the full motherboard. This is where the Christ.
Great job.
Again, I'm an amateur. It's fine. Alrighty, so this is the finished product after we took apart the motherboard. This is the CPU. This is probably the most fragile component of the computer itself. And then we have the screws, 4 sticks of RAM, and then the CPU cooler, the fan. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes of Bootleg AFV, and we will see you in the next video. Scooter Tuner!